Good time. Are you fresh? Are you fresh? Are you fresh? I recommend you take minimum one shower a day. That's not negotiable. But if you want to live a better life, you need to sanctify yourself on the inside by getting right with Jesus Christ. But you need to also wash your outside. You're gonna wash the inside and the outside of the cup. The outside of the cup, that's your control. You gotta wash yourself. Quality soaps, no chemicals. You want to do that. Well, how do you show you believe in God? By the way you treat one another. Who's your family? Who's your brother? Who's your sister? Who's your mother? Who's your father? The ones that do the will of the Father. What is God's will? To love one another. Well, what is love? Do you only love people that love you? False. Forgiveness. And if you want to be forgiven, you have to forgive. A man that forgives his friends when they're wrong, you're going to maintain these friendships. Now, if someone's literally abusing the shit out of you, yeah, you need to forgive yourself for being their friend and move on. But you understand what I'm trying to say, though. If somebody that and they say something you disagree with, and you're being so petty, and even though, right, God's going to give you the grace that you give others. It's like, you understand? Why should He forgive you if you're a petty piece of shit? Be kind to one another, especially strangers. I was at a store today and there was a woman in front of me and she was just buying a big tall coffee, maybe in her 50s. And she was missing some front teeth, but she seemed like a nice lady. Anyways, um, she went to pay with her phone on this app thing and it didn't work. And she tried it again and the guy's like, yeah, it's not working. And I was standing behind her. I said, hold on a second. This works. And I put down cash on the table. And the woman was just shocked. 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 Somebody would pay her debt. It's just a coffee, $2.50. Someone's going to pay her debt. It's not about the coffee. It's about that in that moment. She was embarrassed, right? She looked like she was on the rougher side. But you understand what I'm saying, though? And she was so great. She said, you're going to make me cry. She's like, you don't understand. Like, people don't do nice things for me. She's like, I understand why you would do that. And I say, I'm a child of God. And you're a child of God. And we prove it by the way we treat one another. And she couldn't believe it. But I can't believe that we're all capable of miracles. Now, here's the thing. We could do other miracles too. You can make somebody disappear. Now, if you get caught, you might get life. Or, or hear me out, you can also forgive one another and not go to prison. Either way, miracles happen. The miracle of forgiveness or the miracle of, hey, where is that guy? Where is that guy? Either way, either way. Oh yeah, here we go. We got a fresh bottle of agua. We got Ryan here. We got Caleb, the original G. We got Muestra de Psycho. Muestra de Saco. Muestra de Saka. DTT. DTTTTTTTTT. So, this cigar might have some time on it. Jeremy would be the person to ask. Well, it smells like a lot of cedar. This is a nice box, though. I'm going to save this box for something. I could use it as a little travel humidor. You know what I'm saying, though? Um, so, the cigar will be very safe in this thing. It'll fit a Toro or a Busto or a Corona or Rothschild. If I could get this back in here, there you go. That's a nice coffin box. And one day, when you die, you will be in a coffin. It's a rectangle, but it's also a cubed rectangle. One day you will be inside a coffin. A coffin. A coffin. Um, you won't be in there, though. Your body will be. You're not your body. You are not your body. You manage your body. You understand that? You manage it. Try to take care of it. Now, what's the blend on this? Can we get a blend check? Can we get a blend check? Yes, we can. We have an Ecuadorian Habano Rosado. It's a nice looking cigar. It's a nice, oily, pungent, sweet, pungently sweet, slightly funky Mexican San Andreas Negro on the binder, and the fillers are Nicaraguan. Nicaraguan. And we just have the simple Exclusivo. Now, it's kind of a special cigar. I've been planning on smoking it for some time, and our dear friend Jeremy, who sometimes I disagree with Jeremy, but I never disagree with disagreeing on Jeremy. If people have a different opinion or a different perception, I really enjoy it. However, you're wrong, but however, I will respect the fact that you got First Amendment rights, and you will respect the fact that I don't have to respect your First Amendment rights, and then we can still be respectful. So I appreciate your opinion, but also go fuck yourself. But also, Jeremy, I love you. Anyways, we got a nice Toro cigar. If I could use this band, I'm going to slide it up. No diddy. Let's see. Can I slide it up? Yeah, let's see. Is it possible? It is not possible. It is not possible to use this band at all. So we're just going to go with the cigar. Full pack? Yes. Heavy pack? Well, it actually feels light for its size, but it feels extremely full and it feels extremely dense. You figure that. I mean, it's like hard like a rock. I can't, there's not one soft spot. There's not one soft spot. I mean, let's check the whole cigar. Ding, 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 ding. We go around 360 as we go down. Ding, 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 and I'm checking. And I can't lie. Let's go back down. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I look like one of those Peruvian people playing the flutes in the channel. Do, 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 do. He's like spinning around the side of a mountain, wearing some kind of flannel shirt. Do, 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 do. His balls are out. That's all I got. All right, expert construction on this. I know my shit, and I can spot a shitty made cigar a mile away. This is top notch, but it was $19. It says $21.99, but my place they give you 20% off. So what is that? $4. 10% is $2.20. $4.40 off. You figure that out. Maybe $18. So $18 for a Muestra de Saka. I think Jeremy would buy that. I think he would. All right, let's see how the aromatics are going to go on. We're going to slowly rotate and sizzle the foot of this cigar. Aromatics are nice. You like that, Chocha? Oh, yeah, I like that. It's nice. It's so nice. I like when you. I like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. You like that? All right. Aha. Soft, gentle heat. We're slowly going to release this flavor, baby. It's time. It's time. I can't stress it enough. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Here we go. We warmed it up, and now it's time for the only thing that's real in life, the truth. Mm. Expert construction on that. A perfect draw. Absolutely drawing in, pulling a lot of flavor. Heavy flavor off the bat. Long, heavy finish off the bat. Nice aromatics off the bat. I wanted to kind of say 70% darkness, but also I can't say exactly 75. Somewhere between 70 to 75% darkness. So not exactly like a normal, like a Maduro 75%. Generally those off the bat. But it'd be kind of light if it was a Maduro, or kind of dark if it was a Habano kind of vibe. If that makes any sense. So it says Ecuadorian Habano Rosado, but for Ecuadorian Habano, it's on the darker side. I also think the Mexican San Andreas Negro, the as the binder, the way it's pushing that Habano is to a darker perception for Habano. In a way, the binder could really be like the underboss. If you have a strong underboss, a strong dark binder, it could push a harder version of what the wrapper is. However, if you have a weak, lighter shade binder, it's going to, in a way, let that wrapper fall behind. But that might be what you want, though. Depending on making what type of a blend you want to push. If that makes any sense. In a way, the wrapper is the flavor. The binder pushes the spectrum. If it's going to be on the strongest, darkest possible side of that wrapper, or on a weaker side, and then the filler pushes the overall actual strength of the cigar, plus or minus. Does that make any sense? The wrapper really is the most important as far as the overall flavor. The binder is going to be how that wrapper is pushed on the minimum, maximum, on the darker side of that wrapper or the lighter side of that wrapper. Does that make perception? Like, is it going to be dark and heavy for Habano or light, as far as perception? And then the filler is going to be, how strong overall it's going to push it. Does that make any sense? Caleb, you really are a dirty bot. Caleb's really talking some weird shit here. Is this a good cigar? No. Is this a very good cigar? No. This is an amazing cigar. Jeremy was right on this one. This Muestra Day. I'm going to call it the Moist. The Moist Day Saka. It's a banger. Minimum, it's an amazing cigar. Off the bat, really impressed. The wrapper grade quality is really oozing with oils. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's nice, baby. You like that? You like that right on my chocha? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I had a woman ask me today. You're talking about things, whatever. It was a waitress. And we're talking about this, whatever. And she never mentioned she had a boyfriend. We're talking about this. And she asked me where I live, blah blah blah. And she, oh yeah, she rents a room. Oh yeah. I said, no, I have a 3 bedroom. Oh. She's like, oh, I'm looking. She's like, I'm looking to move. I want to rent a room. I said, you're looking to rent a room? She's like, yeah. Would you rent a room out of your apartment? And I was like, yeah, I don't even know her, right? That could be dangerous. And I was like, yeah, I can all. My landlord basically said, you obviously when I rented the apartment a year ago, you can live here. Obviously, he's like, if you end up having a girlfriend or a wife, that's fine, But he didn't want obviously not like subletting the place out or having 10 dogs or 40 chickens. You understand what I'm saying though? So I just told us like, listen, my landlord, I love my apartment. It's just basically I live there by myself, but I can have a girlfriend there or a wife, but And I told her, I was like, so unless if you're gonna be my wife or my girlfriend, I can't. It's not, because then I can't have you living there, and then if I, end up deciding to have a woman move in, What, you're gonna be a And then she's like, well, I have a boyfriend and two dogs. A boyfriend and two dogs now. I says, your boyfriend live with you? Oh, no. Oh, sure. So, yeah, so what, your boyfriend's never going to come over? So you think I'm going to have, let's say I rent out the room to her for $500. You think that I'm gonna be there, come home, and your boyfriend's banging you on my couch, and she's going to let me know there's some leftovers on the kitchen table? No, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm at the point in my life where if anyone's in my house outside of me, it's a felony. I don't want anyone in my house. I don't want anyone living in my house. I don't trust women. I don't. Because you see the tits and the smile and the chocha. It comes with a heavy price, and there's always an agenda. Why does agenda sound like Brenda or agenda? You're saying the agenda. There's never an agenda. There's never a gen. It's agenda. Why? A prerogative. Watch out. This bitch is trying to trap you out. I can't. I can't. I can't stress enough. In life, there's only two positions, and whatever the situation is, you're either. I can't stress it enough. You're either the pimp or the prostitute. You're either the hammer or the nail. I'm not saying you're a literal prostitute or pimp. Understand what I'm saying. You are either the penetrator or the penetrated. If you go to work and your boss treats you like his bitch, you're being psychologically penetrated. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. Are you the penetrator or the penetrated? Which one are you? Which one are you, Caleb? Caleb, are you the penetrator? And on that note, let's get to our song. You know our theme song. Don't be penetrated. Don't penetrate me, baby. Hey, you're 1 minute late. Do you want me to spread my cheeks or what? Or do you want to shut the fuck up, Bob? Ah! Try to penetrate my ass? What the fuck? You cocksucking sodomite? Are you a sodomite? WSODOM. That's right, for all you sodomites out there about to be penetrated. Watch out now. Can I go on vacation? Can I go on vacation? I'm not going to be here for a week. I'm letting you know out of respect. I'm not asking you if I could leave. If I have to ask to leave, that means I'm kidnapped. And kidnapping is a federal offense. Are you prohibiting me from leaving? In fact, everywhere you go in life, if it's a public place, has to have a minimum of 2 points of egress. You know what I'm saying? If you go to a business, like a Walmart, it's gotta have at least two exits minimum. But you gonna have like fire exits everywhere. Why? Because if they don't, by code, if they don't allow you at least minimum 2 points of egress, meaning to leave, oh, it's not only a fire hazard. If you go somewhere and they say you can't leave, well, that's kidnapping. Are you trying to kidnap my cheeks? Are you a cheek splitter? Are you a cheek pimp and a kidnapper? Oh no! I can't go on vacation because you said so. You trying to split my cheeks? I just can't stress enough. I don't care if you're at a hot dog vendor. You say good afternoon, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 hot dogs with the works. And if he respectfully respond, you're both not getting penetrated. You're not looking to penetrate. But if a grown man talks to you disrespectfully right off the bat and you don't even know him, what he's doing is saying is, I just penetrated you. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? When somebody disrespects you, they're letting you know in a civil way, I just put it up your ass. Not only that, there's nothing you're gonna do about it, bitch. I can't stress it enough. There are people that are literally psychological rapists. Understand what I'm trying to say? There are people that will walk by you in life, whether it's at work or even your own family, that will literally always just gotta one up you. They always gotta put you down. They always gotta treat you like shit. But do it with a smile, like you're like, hey, have a good day, and they'll be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, all right. What you try to penetrate me? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You're better than that. You're better than that, Bob. This is a fantastic cigar. I want to thank our dear friend Jeremy for recommending this absolute banger, an absolute top shelf cigar. This is a top shelf cigar. At this rate, the minimum is going to be a 4.75, which is a high amazing. I don't know exactly if it's godlike cigar, and this is what I mean by that. If I have to think about a cigar, if it's godlike, it might not be, but that means it's really close. But I'm only 1 inch in. That's what she said. Um, it's a banger, long heavy finish. There is rich sweet chocolate, but it's not extremely dark chocolate note. This is an Habano, but it's dark for Habano, and that Mexican Negro.
Frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do
Listen, you don't gotta kid me with the good time, Kurt. How's your balls? How you doing? All right? How's you feeling? All right? Guys, would you welcome Kurt to the chat? We're smoking the Muestra de Saka, dark for Habano. Tonight we were talking about penetrated and penetrators. There are people that will psychologically try to penetrate your psychological ass. You can't be penetrated by the penetrators. You must be a penetrator. But you don't go looking to penetrate anyone, but you're just not having it. You're not having it. Don't play the bullshit. Don't play the game. You're not going to psychologically penetrate my psychological colon. What are you, a psychological sodomite? goddamn sodomites. Yeah, watch out for these people. Watch out for these witches. Watch out for these sages. Watch out for these wizards. The wizards of Sodom. Can't stress it enough. Yeah, yeah. It's a banger cigar. It's not getting in the way of my spirit or my mood. In fact, it's enhancing it. I'd like to thank Jeremy, who told me about the cigar. I heard about it before, but he told me I should smoke, I should review it, and we came around to it. Maybe I've smoked this before, but I don't think so. This is the exclusive, the Muestra de Saka Exclusivo. Muestra de Saka Exclusivo Classic Toro 6x52. It is a banger. It is smoking slow. It is a thick, full pack, and that's what she said. I'm going to drop the ash, though. The ash is getting on the flaky separated side, although the cigar is burning great. And that also might have separated because I was banging my head to that song, Nice Shot. We're going to drop that ash, and there we go. Nice shot. I love this cigar. I believe, yeah, I can't stress it enough. All these movies for kids are demonic. All these books they made for children are demonic. You need to wake up. You wouldn't let your children hang out with pedophiles, right? I know you wouldn't. But I promise you, all these school books, all these kids' books, all these Disney movies are made by God damn sodomite, satanic, pedophile. I can't stress it enough. I'm not against kids' movies, I'm not against movies, but you got to know the source. Would you let your kid drink poison if it was just a little bit? Look at the source. Look who's making this content. In fact, just watch this content. You know, what do you want? Your kid to be a transgender? You want your son to have a surgery and cut off his balls? Is that what you want? Because that's what this society's going to push it to. That's what the society's come to. Your doctor will ask your 3-year-old son, do you feel like a girl? Do you want to wear a dress? Is your mommy and daddy forcing you to be a boy? Do you like Barbie dolls? Yeah, literally, in California, gender reaffirming. Yeah! We got some guys coming out with some V8 engines, gender reaffirming surgery. I would like to get gender reaffirming surgery. My cock is too big, my balls are too big, and it just puts holes in my boxers. Could they maybe cut down my ball sack a little bit? You know what I'm saying? No, just could you reduce my sack? Can I get a sack reduction? Can I get a sack reduction? Sounds like bongos when I'm banging people. It sounds like bongos. Can I get a reduction? Yeah, I identify as a guy with a big dick. Is that? Can you reaffirm that? Or maybe I'll just tell my doctor, I identify as a straight male with an 8-inch penis. And they're gonna look at me and be like, did you assume I was a straight male? I'm not a straight male, but I identify as a straight male. I identify as a straight male. I identify as a straight white male with a red face. I have a father who's brown. My father is light brown. My father's extremely dark. But my mother was pale, so I ended up with a red face. I'm a hybrid. I'm a son of a dark my father looks like Puerto Rican. My father looks dark. Okay? My mother was pale. See, my father was from Italy, but his mother was born in Argentina. I don't know how else to stress it enough. El Richie habla español. ¿Comprendes? ¿Comprendes, hermano? ¿Comprendes, primo? ¿Comprendes? ¿Tú sabes? ¿Tú sabes mi venga? ¿Tú sabes mi grande venga? ¿Tú sabes? ¿Tú comprendes? Exactly. Yeah, bro. Listen, no, we're not having it. Now, if you want to raise your family like a sodomite, that's your right. But you're not pushing that bullshit on me. And all these sodomites are all pedophiles. They're all pedophiles. Anyone trying to pervert one thing will pervert everything, right? So I've seen people in these modern churches say, well, Jesus Christ was a homosexual. I can't stress that enough. That is demonic. That is blasphemous. That is heresy. It comes right from the pit of hell. I can't stress it enough. Oh, I can't stress. Don't tempt God. I can't stress it enough. Oh, the disciples were homosexual. Really? Really? What? I'll tell you what. You have your rights, right? Make your own religion and your own lies. You're not going to pervert the truth. You're not going to pervert the truth. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress. And why? Why do we know it's the truth? Because they're only going after one. You know it. You know it. Not just in movies. You could be anywhere, right? And you hear two people talking, and some guy will be like, "Yeah, man, why would he do that?" And then he'll say, "JC," cursing in the name of Christ. And this guy's just throwing it out there like it's nothing. Really? Did you ever stub your toe? Did you ever stub your toe and get mad at Ahura Mazda? I don't even know what that is. You know that's an Indian god, Ahura Mazda? That's where you get the name Mazda for the vehicle. Do you understand that the Nissan symbol of your car is the planet Saturn? Do you know that Toyota symbol is the planet Saturn? It all comes worshiping the planet Saturn, but understanding goes deeper than that, because the god of Saturn, it goes back to what he in the old pagan worlds, the god of Saturn would eat his own children, and that goes back to Molech worship, Baal worship, which is all satanic. It just changed the name. Baal, Molech, Saturn, Satan. It doesn't matter. All abortion is satanic abortion. It's a Molech worship. Molech worship is where you sacrifice your children to gain power in this world. These things have been going on for thousands of years. Thousands. 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 And I really don't care anymore if it makes someone feel uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. You know what Jesus Christ said? Anyone that hurts little children should have a millstone. That's a big stone. A millstone tied around your neck and thrown into the sea. I'll say it again. Anyone that hurts children should have a millstone tied around his throat and thrown into the sea. Because there's no redemption. People that hurt children, there's no coming back. There's no coming back. When they asked Christ, saying, no, like what the kingdom of heaven, he picked up a child and he told a story. Because children are innocent. That is the kingdom of heaven. Somehow throughout time, this world, it perverts life. It distorts life. You become this disoriented. You get all this temptation, the evil things, greed, wickedness, sloth, lust, diversions, perversions, unnatural affections. That's not for me, though. I've never looked at a man or a dog or a cat or a horse and thought that was for me. Never, never, never. But that's for me. See, God made women for man. You see a beautiful woman like that and you go, wow. Now, I wouldn't want that to be my woman because she's showing too much. She could grow from this. You shouldn't be walking around like that showing it all off. If she's giving out free samples, it's not yours and it's not special. Sure, you'll take a free sample at the store. Would you like to try a free sample? Yeah, all right. But you're not going to marry a free sample. Oh, yeah, bro, you can't leave these sodomites. This is a banger of a cigar. Graham cracker, sweet, light milk chocolate. Excuse me. Sweet like milk chocolate, graham cracker, nuttiness. Very nice flavor. Slightly black pepper, slightly rock salt on the back end. Really no earth on it. But there's other things going on. But it's a delicious, almost dessert-like cigar. If you want a delicious, high-end, dessert-like cigar, this Muestra de Saka Exclusivo, it's a banger. It is such a solid. It's right on the edge of being godlike. And it might, but I have to ask the caveat. It's a 4.75 from the get-go. It's got such great flavor. My burn lines get a little funky there. I didn't have time to let this thing dry out, but I digress. So it could be a little bit of a construction issue there. I might touch it up. But as far as the flavor, this flavor is world class. Now here's the thing too. You could have a good construction cigar, but there's sometimes in life that certain blends, the tobaccos, could have amazing flavor, but they don't always work well together having the perfect burn. For example, the Cohiba in Nicaragua initially, when it first came out, it was such a great cigar. Cohiba in Nicaragua when it first came out was fantastic. It was strong, sweet, spicy, and that was strong for its time for Cohiba. Okay, we're going back 10 years ago. However, though, it would get some really bad burns, like really bad touch-ups. And I talked to a Cohiba rep, a general rep, about it at a lounge, and he said, "We're aware of it. We're aware of it." Okay, and so whatever happened, and it's been a long time. I don't know how they tweaked that blend, or maybe perhaps they were leaving the factory too moist, whatever it was. Um, I haven't seen those issues because I've smoked the Cuba Nicaragua over the years, and that issues kind of went away. There's our Moisture de Saka. What a fantastic blend. It's a banger. At minimum, at this rate, 4.75. That's a high amazing. I mean, look, guys, I could say this cigar is better than most cigars. It's in the top 10 percentile. So, look, whether you're going to like the cigar as much as Liga number 9, Padron 26 Maduro, this is a world-class cigar. Now, it's not cheap, $18, $19 Pennsylvania, which it could be $25 or $30 in New York. But it's definitely worth it for a birthday, special celebration, or just celebrating that you're alive. Oh, I wouldn't say it's an everyday smoke. Now, if you got money like that, you could be an everyday cigar. If you want to celebrate and spend $200 on a box of 10, well, fuck it. I mean, you know, some people spend $20 a day on a scratch off. Some people spend $20 a day on coffee and breakfast. So, I mean, if you pack your own lunch, you could smoke this every night, or just on the weekend. All I can say is it is a top shelf cigar that's worth the money. Of course, the packaging, if they didn't put it in these coffins in that box, they could have knocked down the price a couple of dollars. But they didn't. It's a special cigar. All I can tell you is the blend, the tobacco is top notch. This is a great example of a top notch blend made by a top notch manufacturer, Steve Saka. Now, is he my favorite brand? No. Do I like all of his cigars? No. But he has some great cigars. This is a great cigar. It's better than Mikir Black, but Mikir Black and Mikir Blue, these are mid-tiered, upper mid-tier, $10 to $15 cigars, give or take, depending on the size and what you're getting. Let's say $11, $12 PA for like a Toro. But this better be better. It's more money. Fantastic. The aromatics on this cigar, also cedar in the mix too. The aromatics, cedar, sweet, light milk chocolate, some black pepper, a little rock salt in the back end, slightly nutty, long, lots of finish. All that I could say is that maybe the burn's a little off, But then also maybe if I could have let the cigar dry out for a night, because it's very thick tobacco. It's a very full pack. If I could have let this dry out for a night, I would have appreciated if I could have done that. But I didn't. Why? Because I bought it about 2 hours ago, and I wanted to enjoy this tonight. And you're gonna have to deal with that. The drawer is fantastic. You just kiss the cigar, and it just happens. It's. This is why we smoke cigars. It's a journey, and this flavor on this, I really think the issue is more of just the type of tobacco. I think the issue of having a thicker binder, a Mexican San Andreas Negro, a dark Mexican San Andreas binder, it's going to be darker, thicker, slower burning than this Ecuadorian Habano. And maybe that mixture, maybe having a wrapper that's burning faster than the binder, does that make any sense? Maybe that could be where it's, maybe that could be where it's affecting the burn. Maybe it could be. I could see that. Holding the smoke though, rich notes of coffee coming in too. It's a complex cigar. It's a delicious cigar. It's a banger cigar. And at this point, it's still a fucking 4.75. I'm gonna stick with it because if it was godlike, I would have said godlike cigar from the get go. It's right below godlike cigar. Flavor, clarity, a 4.75. A 4.75 is the highest amazing number I could give. I'm amazed. I'm amazed smoking this. I'm not blown out the water though. I'm not like, oh my, but oh man, like, dude, this thing can't do anything wrong. This cigar can't do it. This thing is absolutely scrumptious, absolutely delicious, absolutely zero bad things to say about this cigar. Therefore, I tell you the truth, and so I am your enemy. Next at 10. Well, we got people shitting on the sidewalk in upstate New York. You know, because in that shithole of a town, excuse me, in that shithole of a town, I don't know, is this Buffalo? I think it's Buffalo. Wow. That's a nice place. Imagine, imagine shitting on a sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah, that's not for me. Next at 10. Well, satanic temples are offering unbaptisms. If you feel that you were baptized as a child and you want to get unbaptized and commit your life to Satanism, they're doing it for $10. So, yeah, if you'd like to have your unbaptism service, and yeah, you could do that. That's fantastic. Next at 10, well, you know who this is? You know who this is? That's your vice president in a wig. This is a young man, and this is a young man of J.D. Vance, who's your vice president in drag, acting like a woman. Now, I don't think he probably wanted to do this, but if you want to join the Illuminati, and if you want power in this world, you're gonna have to get on your knees and suck it. I can't stress it enough. Whether you're trying to pick up assistant manager at Walmart, whatever it is, if you're going to try to get the way to the top, you're going to have to get down. So there's no videos of Richie in a dress in drag. Zero. Zero. I'm never going to be famous. I'm never going to be one of the elites. And I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. Jeremy, I love this cigar, Jeremy. Jeremy, I love this cigar. Let me tell you something. I am digging this cigar. We're 45 minutes in, and I'm really only getting into the second third of this Toro. I told you it's slow burning. I am only 2 inches in. We are averaging 20, 22 minutes an inch. You figure that out. You figure that out. You figure that out. It's an amazing cigar. It's a 4.75. Zero bad things to say about it. Fantastic. Anything else? Well, that's nicer than JD Vance in a wig. I don't know what's I don't I don't know what's happening here, but some kind of party. I am sure she's very intelligent. I am sure that she has an amazing personality. I'm sure that, everyone's just, you know what I'm saying. She looks like a nice person. Next at 10. Well, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? That Saddam is epidemic. Never in my life would I feel that I have to tell people not only don't do this, but what's wrong with you? Here we have a woman being humped by her dog, and she didn't stop the humping. She merely laughed. Now, a dog is a creature of habit. All I can say is that dog is way too comfortable. This is not his first time. We have women being fornicated with animals on TikTok. Are they getting banned? No. I can't get advertising revenue because I'm smoking cigars. They flag my videos because I put on the radio, and they say that's copywriting. You got me. I am a felonious copywriting. I put on the radio. In fact, let's put on the radio right now. Song sucks, but you know what's worse than that song? Being fucked by a dog on TikTok. Sodomite priestess, a Jezebel of hell. These women are out there getting cornholed by dogs, and they're laughing. Laughing. Why don't you put it on your Tinder? I like for long walks on the beach, reading a romantic novel, a glass of Chardonnay. You're getting fucked by Lassie. These women are diabolical. Imagine a dog humping you, and you videotape it, and you post it on the internet, and you laugh. What are you going to go to work? Oh, I saw your video. It was so cute. Oh, my goodness. Wow. You were having so much fun. This is so much fun. You go, girl. You go, girl. You go, girl. Society has collapsed. Next at 10. What we got next? Well, a man saved a woman when she was getting R-worded by R-wording the R-worder. I'll say that again. A woman was being attacked sexually by a man, and her hero, who was a homosexual, grabbed the man that was attacking her, and he sexually attacked that man. The punisher became the punished by the bigger punisher. I'm going to say that again. I'm not going to say it again. You could read the thing. My goodness. He's not the Batman that we need. Yet he's the Batman that Gotham deserves. I mean, it's Buttman. Let me tell you something. If this guy was out in the streets of Gotham, crime is over. You think the Joker wants to rob a bank? You think Penguin wants to break into Acme Chemicals? This guy will come in and split your cheeks. He's like, oh, yeah, you want to break the law? Let me break that ass. You're like, no, 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 I'm sorry, Bobby. He's like, tell all your friends about me. I'm Buttman. All right, is that it? One more thing. No, 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 no. Na, 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 na. Split cheeks. Cheek split man. He's a cheek splitter. Next at 10. More sodomite behavior. We have women fornicating with stuffed animal creatures on TikTok, and I don't even know what's happening anymore. It's just sodomite behavior. I've already warned about all this. I've warned society to stop doing this behavior. It's only getting worse. Next at 10. New York City police arrest 200 men in an undercover homosexual cruising crackdown at Penn Station. Apparently, they arrested over 200 men sucking and fucking at Penn Station. Uh, it's not Penn Station. It's Penetration Station. This stop is your colon. Guys, guys, you can't bang each other in the ass at Penn Station. Did you know that? Did you know that? It's a family place. People take the train to go to New York City to go to Central Park, see the Christmas tree, to see the Rockettes. I don't know what else to say. 200 guys in one day arrested, sucking cock at Penn Station. Next 10. Bam! Oh, shit! Damn, girl! That is so much ass, it can't even fit in my iPhone 13. That's a lot of ass. That is so much ass. I'm God, it's a lot of ass. That's a lot of ass. AOA, that's a lot of ass. AOA! Oh, that's too much. I mean, somebody will be out there will like that. Maybe Caleb likes that much ass. That's too much ass for me. I can't. Next at 10. Well, OnlyFans is surging at college campuses. It's sparking new safety concerns as experts warn about the hidden danger. What hidden dangers? Oh, you mean prostitution in a life of sin and drugs and debauchery? There could be consequences? Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What can happen? What can happen? Yeah, what could go wrong when you're 19 and you're meeting strangers at motels to pay for? Yeah, what could go wrong? OnlyFans It's not OnlyFans is just relabeled electronic prostitution. And you know what? 15% of American women are doing it now. It's a legal fact. 15% of American women from 18 to 25. 1 in 9, 1 in 8. At this point, 1 in 7. Pretty much every other girl is going to be sucking cock on the internet. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Society has collapsed. At what point do we worry? At 30%? We're halfway. We are halfway to 30% of women 18 to 25 being legitimate, bona fide prostitutes, flat out legitimate prostitutes. Within another year, we could be at 50%. Part of the story, they were talking about how girls in middle school are saying when they turn 18, they don't want a job. They want to be on OnlyFans. Guys, Sodom and Gomorrah is it's so degenerate. It's so degenerate. This is so destructive for the girls, destructive for society. Guys, guys, guys. But see, no one's forcing these girls to do this. It's the society. Oh, it's cool, man. You don't need a man. You want to get that house. You want to get that Bugatti. Just start a OnlyFans. Yeah, what could go wrong? Oh, yeah? What could go wrong? Our society is collapsed. It's not collapsing. Our society's over. It's over. It's collapsed. Next at 10. Last night, Richie confirmed that Habanos SA is rolling Cuban cigars in Cuban prison. And Jeremy did confirm that apparently there is cigars in prison. However, though, in Cuban prison, there's no cigars in American prison. And we're assuming that if you're watching here, you're in America or not in Cuba. I don't know if Cuba has YouTube. But if you're outside any country other than Cuba, there is no cigars in prison. But you can roll cigars in prison in Cuba. And the prices didn't go down. Are they going to mark the boxes that are rolled in prison? Hecho y Filanio? Oh, is this Melanio V? It's Filanio V. It was rolled by a murderer. You know what though? I'll buy a cigar rolled by a murderer. I don't want a cigar rolled by a pedophile. At all. How are we gonna know though? The boxes should be marked by what type of criminal. Oh, this box was rolled by a bank robber. Okay. All right. This box was rolled by an arsonist. Oh, this is gonna smoke really well. You know what I'm saying? Cuban cigars rolled in Cuban prisons. 2025 year is crazy. This is a legal fact. Fuente is no longer getting Cuban tobacco for the future. I'm sorry, Cameroon tobacco. Don Carlos and Hemingway are done in the future, as far as we know it. No more Don Carlos and no more Hemingway Cameroons in the future. Eventually, they're going to run out of their stock. Now, are they going to replace the cigar or just change the blend? I don't know. Nobody knows. The bottom line is this week we found out two major things. Fuente lost their Cameroon contract with the Marefo family, the Spanish colonial family that has been taking shit out of Africa for a long time, and Cuban cigars are made in prison. Next at 10. Well, that's it. That's all the news we got. Guys, I want to tell you right now, cigar's a banger. The cigar's a 4.75. The cigar is ultra delicious, not super dark, 70 to 75%, somewhere in between. Delicious, almost dessert-like. Sweet, light milk chocolate, slightly salty, nutty. Cedar is a nice blend. Some black pepper, but not extremely spicy. Let's hold that smoke. It's not as heavy as like a Liga number 9 or as dark, as strong as Liga number 9. But if you like Liga number 9, you're going to like this cigar. It's delicious. This is a delicious cigar. It's got like a if you like, you know what cigar that has kind of a connection to this? Ashton VSG. If you really like Ashton VSG, as far as the vibe, if you like Ashton VSG, you're going to love this cigar. And they're about the same price. In Pennsylvania, this is a little more money. If you like Ashton VSG, you're going to like the Steve Saka Dunbarton and Trust Exclusivo Muestra de Saka. The Moist Saka. Absolute banger, in my opinion. Well, shit, it is box worthy. You're going to spend the money on it, but, you know, this could be an investment or a celebratory cigar. You have it maybe once a month. I mean, at this point, $20 isn't a lot of money. So for a celebratory cigar, it's the same price of going to Domino's or McDonald's. So you can enjoy this more than that. You know, make a grilled cheese at home and then smoke this. Anyways, I think we're done here. I'm going to relax on my cigar and I'm going to have a great time. I wish everyone here the best. And it's already been an hour, and now we're only about almost 3 inches into the cigar. This is a slow burning cigar. I am going to get a 90 minutes, maybe 100 minutes out of a Toro. And I'm not like slow burning this thing. This is a lot of great cigar for the money. This is top shelf. This is top shelf. If you like Liga number 9, if you like Ashton VSG, you're going to love the Muestra de Saka Exclusivo. Um, it's fantastic. I don't know if it only comes in one size, and I think it does. I think it's one size. So, anyways, everyone, you be good. Eat your prunes, filter your water. No cigars in prison. Maybe, though. Maybe there's cigars in Cuban prison. But you don't want to go to Cuban prison. I don't. I'll see you around. Stay fresh.